were doing so much work and spending money and energy and resources to fix and adjust and alter the physical body and completely neglecting the spirit. Dr. Miami can't put no Jesus in that body. Hi.
Hey girl, hey.
What are you sipping?
A cup of chamomile tea.
Chamomile tea. Are you going to get sleepy?
I am.
Okay.
My stomach's a little upset. It'll calm my stomach though, so.
Did you eat something bad?
I didn't eat at all, so.
Why didn't you eat?
Someone was rushing me.
Girl.
Yeah.
Like, I started rushing you 2 hours ago. You had a whole morning before I got
I was
here.
doing stuff all morning long. But I typically fast until 11, and
Okay.
by then I was in the car coming to pick you up.
Okay.
We went
So
to
you didn't eat
church.
because I was rushing you. You ate because you failed to prepare.
No, you was like, we gotta go.
But you weren't prepared.
What do you mean? We were at church. You said we gotta go. I just want to. That has nothing to do
I
with
asked you if you
preparation.
wanted me to make you a plate to go.
Did you?
Maybe.
I don't think you asked me.
I made the kids a plate. I'm pretty sure I asked you if you wanted a plate.
It's okay. I mean, I'm fine.
You'll live.
I got enough fat to last me. I'm fine.
You said you look big on the last episode, right?
Thank you for reminding me.
That's how
Yes.
you feel.
Yeah, I didn't like how it. Oh, I shouldn't say I didn't like. That's not true. Cause the hair was given.
That hair was laid. Okay.
As time went on, it got a little bigger and bigger, but.
That's all right.
Yeah, so, yeah, I got a little, my face is bigger than my waist.
Your face bigger than your face.
We'll go with that, yeah.
How do you feel about your body?
We were just talking about that, Lee. I love
Especially
it.
because I love your body. I think your body is so bomb.
Thank you.
So bomb. And you are a mother of 3 children.
Mm-hmm.
16, 12, 7.
Yep.
Right? And I could imagine that the body transforms and changes
does.
after 3 children. How do you feel about your body now?
Honestly, this is like the best I've ever felt about it. Like pre-kids, like teenage body, like all of this is the best I've ever felt. Like carrying a child is such a blessing, and to watch it grow, your belly grow and all that great, like it's amazing. It's amazing what the body does.
Yeah.
But once you have the kid, a lot of people don't talk about like how hard it is to feel like yourself again. Mm-hmm. And a lot of it has to do with, how you view your body. At the top of this year, I was like, I'm sick of like complaining. How often did I used to text Julie and be like, I need to lose some weight.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm sick of complaining about how I look. I'm just do something about it. And I just started being intentional and, going to the gym and like more mindful of what I was consuming. Mm-hmm. And I just watched the results show up. I got a little obsessive online. Like I would be on Instagram, like my algorithm was all fitness videos at one point.
Yeah.
So I love my body though. It's amazing. And it's the body I was blessed with and the body that I take care of. It is a temple.
Yes.
How do you feel about your body? I always thought you was like, what Ari called him, a Brit baddie, like baddie.
Always thought I was a baddie.
Oh, yeah. Still do. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
And
change, because it's changing now that we're getting older, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm finding that I have to really be cognizant of what I consume food-wise, because my metabolism does not function the way that it used to. Uh, but I I really appreciate my body. Like, I see my body as a tool that allows me to get work done. It's a canvas that I get to dress and play with and do makeup and put cool, dope clothes on. Like, I really see my body as like a gift and a tool and the means in which I get to live out my dreams. It's a vessel. It's God's temple. Like, and I think also because there's so many things that's coming up for me when you're asking me that question. As I grow and I become more wiser and I experience more of life, I am growing a deeper and deeper appreciation for my body. Like, this body is a body that's gonna allow me to bring generations onto the planet. This body is the body that allows me to go out and serve the planet. Like, it's this body. And with that, I'm also becoming more tuned to how I treat the body. And I'm understanding like why God wants to take up residence in this body. Like, in order for me to do God's work, he has to occupy this body. And so that's a thing where I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel so grateful that the Spirit of God lives in this body. And it's also why I'm like, I have such a great responsibility to care for this body because the Spirit of God takes up real estate in this body. One of the things that I used to love to put in this body was shots of Hennessy. And so, as I'm growing, I question, like, do I want to be throwing back the shots of Hennessy when the Spirit of God is actually trying to occupy?
Oh, Lord, you getting him, never mind.
Yeah, I'm like, that's where I'm headed as I'm growing and transforming, like, starting to ask.
Is that why on Thanksgiving, Rashad was like, oh, Shirley, do you want a glass of wine? And he was like, I'm fine.
No, because I'm trying to shed a few pounds, and wine has a lot of sugar in it. So,
okay.
Where it gets like sketchy is because I'm very slim. Like, I don't have a whole bunch of bada boom, bada bang.
Yeah.
I'm a very like petite, skinny, slim lady. And you go on social media and everybody got a BBL. Everybody got a whatever. And I have a lot of friends who are super curvaceous and have beautiful bodies.
Yeah.
And you see the kind of attention that they get. And so I have to often, because I'm not built that way, I'm tiny.
Right.
Tall and slim.
Yeah.
And so I gotta work hard to be grateful for what I have.
Yeah.
Because I see that and I have been easily distracted. Like, oh, I wish, like, and I get compliments all the time. Like, I know I got some of the best boobs on the planet. Pure rack of
Sit and
ribs.
stack.
Sit, baby. Ain't no drippity drop. Right. I don't need to push up nothing.
Right.
Right, but and so there's so many things about this canvas and about this body that is just absolutely stunning and beautiful, and I love. But I have to do a lot of work not to be in comparison, because as they say, comparison is the thief of joy.
I love how you mentioned, like all the quick fixes that we have available to us. Because even like me in the midst of my thoughts where I was like, I need to lose this weight. I got a really great job. I put in a little extra overtime. I could just go get some work done and wake up one day looking the way I want to get it done. But then I thought about it and I was like, well, how would God feel if I altered my body in that manner? Because that's solely for vain purposes.
Yeah.
It's not for me to feel better, or not. It is for me to mentally feel better, but it's not fixing anything.
Yeah.
Like, what is the reason behind me? I can't speak to no one else. If I were to do it, why am I getting it done anyway?
Yeah.
So I could look like you said, everyone else who I see on the internet, and it doesn't, I'm not taking care of my body because I altered it.
Yep.
Not in that manner.
Yeah.
That's like literally what y'all see. That's not what's going on the inside.
Right.
So yeah, when you start talking about, you know, it being a temple and like that's where God is and where he resides, it's like, oh, okay. Where I'm gonna put him in them big hips I'm fitting to put on his body.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And Dr. Miami can't put no Jesus in that body. He can't.
I'm sure he'd be doing a little bit of this. I'm sure he'd do some of that, yeah.
Yeah, this makes me think, right, if you go a little bit more deeper, we live in a society where we are so obsessive about the outward appearance. So, you know I love me a good scripture.
Is it gonna rhyme?
No. This is not gonna rhyme. But remember when Samuel went to Jesse's house and was like, the king is here. And so Samuel tells Jesse, bring out your boys. So Jesse brings out, I forgot, his name started with an A. He brings out this son, and Samuel's like,
tall stature, handsome.
Yes. Samuel's like, this got to be it. Even Jesse had to assume that son was it, because that was the first person he pulled forward to present to Samuel. And then God was like, no, God is not like man where he looks at the outward appearance. God looks at the heart. And we live in a society right now where we're doing so much work and spending money and energy and resources to fix and adjust and alter the physical body and completely neglecting the spirit. And it's like, what does it mean when your body is popping for a whole bunch of people that you don't know?
You don't know them.
You probably don't like, right? You're doing all this for vanity purpose, for people we don't know, when internally so many people are suffering in depression, experiencing anxiety, miserable, insomnia, can't sleep at night because they're not settled within themselves.
Yeah.
So with that, again, I think we, back to this, Ecclesiastes speaks a lot, especially in that first chapter, the danger of vanity, right? And it's such a distraction, and I have to work really, really hard to, sometimes I'll take like Instagram off my phone, because there's sometimes I get on Instagram and I'm doing like mindless scrolling, and then I get off 5 minutes later and I feel bad, and I'm like, why is my mood like, just subconsciously, not even connected to, wait, why all of a sudden do I feel sad? And it's like, oh wait, because I just saw like 20 false photos of people looking like they're living their best lives. They have the best bodies. They're out in Miami on a boat flexing, right? But invested $8,000 into a BBL and a tummy tuck.
Yeah.
When they, they're missing the opportunity to invest in the spirit. If you had the opportunity to change one thing about your body, what would you change?
What do you mean? Like, just, like, if I woke up one day and it was different?
I don't know. Whatever.
I hate you sometimes. If I could change anything, I don't think, you know what, I wouldn't have vitiligo.
Oh, right. I forgot you have vitiligo.
I wouldn't have that.
Yeah. Do you get scared that it might spread one day?
Yeah, absolutely. Like,
Yeah.
I have like little specks randomly.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I thought you only had them like on your finger and on
my
your mouth.
finger, on my mouth, on my toes. But no, these are like recent, new, like in the past year or two.
Oh,
And I'm
wow.
like, Lord, I don't want it to spread.
Okay. So do you actually pray that God won't allow it to spread?
I don't think I've ever prayed about my vitiligo because it's just been so subtle.
You should pray about it.
I should.
Because whatever you ask, He gonna do that.
Yeah, I should. I guess I've been just assuming it's just going to stay at bay. But, I mean, it's like that skin disorder is like a huge question mark. And that was part of like, you know, my issues growing up, like just having that there, that was part of like what I didn't enjoy looking at about my body.
Did it affect your self-esteem?
Absolutely.
Really? I never knew this. In what ways?
I
remember I used to tease you.
You and Jamie.
I used to tease you, but you used to tease me about my eczema.
Yeah, I mean, I gave it back to you.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna play no victim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it definitely affect like my self-esteem and like how I because my assumption was like it was this big thing that was there on my face and everyone can see it. And like when I was little and I had got it, like when it first appeared, kids are mean.
Yeah.
I can still hear the stuff they said.
They saw it because it was so subtle to me, but they would see it.
It's subtle now. It was worse when I was younger. When I first got it, because it was just spreading. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
No, it's fine, Lee. I mean, you know. And then you have like Winnie Harlow's, where people are like, "This is so beautiful."
God.
I'm like, where were y'all when I was little? And I needed to hear that.
Yeah.
You know, so I love seeing her and her confidence in it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of selfish of me, now that I think about it, to say like, I wish I didn't like, or I would change that about me. I'm not sure of anything, but mine isn't like hers, and I still don't want it though. You know what I mean?
Right. You can have that.
Yeah. So that's me. What about you? Is there anything you would change rather?
Although I have a lot of hair, it's very fine. And so I have like really bad breakage on my edges because it's so fine. So when I would get braids, I have like traction alopecia. It would pull. Yeah. So I would like give me stronger strands because the Africans was
They snatched your wig back,
baby. So I would change that because I look really good in a ponytail, but I can't wear one.
You won't wear one?
No, I thought about doing a hair transplant, going to Turkey and getting a hair transplant, which you were like, get off my phone.
I'm not entertaining this.
Yeah, but my friends, if I do it, one of my friends.
If you do it.
Yeah. The thing is, you have to like shave off like a chunk of your hair to reallocate the hair to the places where the alopecia is, and I'm not that committed. So I may try like some plasma PCP type thing.
You have such a head full of such beautiful hair.
Yeah, I know, but I still want edges.
You got edges, little baby hairs.
Yeah, but it like, you know, it could be, you know, it could be better.
It could be, I get it. I understand.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's not... Also, I'm very clear that everything about me is intentional and I'm wonderfully and fearfully made. It's the vain part of me that's like, okay, if I could choose, you know, I just fix it up a little bit.
Just spray a little bit of hair up there for me. Yeah.
And I'm growing. I know God is perfect, and everything he gave me is absolutely perfect. I gotta grow into being fully settled into that. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. But I'm very grateful for the hair I do have on my head.
It's beautiful. Love your locks.
Thank you. Yeah. All right. Anything else to say about body? Yada 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 yada. Okay.
Love that body, girl.
Yeah.
Love
your
it.
body.
Yeah.
Yes. 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 It is a perfect, whole, and complete body. But I'd love for you if you have scriptures that you can share, body positivity scriptures that you could share. Feel free to. This was fun.